Dear leaders, presenting myself Varuna Parianen from the NPCC. Just to recall, from Module 1 you have gone through the leadership brand and the basic productivity concepts. In this session, you are going to learn more about leadership, how to build confidence and trusted collaboration and character. Module objectives. At the end of this module, the participant will be able to appreciate the characteristic of a good leader, explain the concept of servant leadership, list the difference between leading and managing, compare different leadership styles, explore the value of trust, and also develop trusted collaboration within teams. Characteristics of a good leader. A good leader should be honest, has the ability to delegate, has good communication skill, has a good sense of humor, confidence, commitment, positive attitude, creativity, the ability to inspire, and should have good intuition. Let's learn about the concept of servant leadership. According to Robert Greenleaf, servant leadership is a leadership philosophy in which the goal of the leader is to serve. A servant leader shares power, puts the needs of the employees first, and helps people develop and perform as highly as possible. Greenleaf describes servant leaders as people who initiate action, or goal-oriented, or dreamers of great dreams, or good communicators, or able to withdraw and reorient themselves, and are dependable, trusted, creative, intuitive, and situational. Greenleaf provided a long list of additional characteristics that are important for leaders. It includes listening and understanding, acceptance and empathy, self-healing, awareness and perception, persuasion, conceptualization, foresight, and stewardship. Is there a difference between a leader and a manager? Let us discover about it. A manager has subordinate or employees under his or her teams, whereas a leader has followers, fans under his or her teams. A manager gives the direction to the team member, tells them what to do, whereas a team leader asks the question to the team member and shows them how to do it. A manager has some good ideas and shows it to the team member. A leader implements the good ideas to the team member. A manager reacts to the change, whereas a leader creates the change. A manager exercises power over the team member, while a leader develops power with the team member. A manager creates a goal, whereas a leader creates a vision. A manager controls the risk, whereas a leader is someone who takes the risk. A manager thinks for the short term, a leader thinks for the long term. According to Daniel Goleman, there are 6 leadership styles: pace setting, commanding and coercive, the visionary, affiliative, democratic, and coaching. Let us now learn about Daniel Goleman's 6 leadership styles more in depth. The pace-setting leader. Do it my way. Come on, keep up. The commanding or coercive leader. Do it because I say so. Don't ask questions, just do it. The visionary leader. Let's remind ourselves of the larger purpose. This is what I see. I want you to see it too. And I'll need your help to get us there. The affiliative leader. People first, task second. Okay, guys, let's work together on this. The democratic leader. Let's work it out together. What do you think? The coaching leader. Let me help you develop. How about doing it like this? In our journey of the National Leadership Engine program, it is essential to understand the importance of feedback in implementing social projects. Feedback is the cheapest, most powerful, yet most underused communication tool that we have at our disposal. Why is feedback important? It helps the team to get on track and serves as a guide to assist the team members to know how they and others perceive their performance. Thus, feedback can also be highly motivating and energizing. It has strong links to team members' satisfaction and productivity since people like to feel involved and identify with the team. Effective leaders have good listening and emotional awareness. They understand the impact that their behaviors has on others. When team members receive little feedback, they tend to be self-critical as they are relying upon events rather than a specific feedback to measure their performance and impact. It is important to know how to give powerful feedback. These are some tips to help you to give powerful feedback. Firstly, you have to focus on behavior and be specific. You need to keep a focus on the positive. You have to secure commitment by focusing on action and nurture and notice the change. Trust is essential for an effective team because it provides a sense of safety. When your team members feel safe with each other, they feel comfortable to open up, take appropriate risks, and expose vulnerabilities. We are going to learn what trust is and what trust is not. Trust is dynamic, continuously shifting, reciprocal and mutual. It is individual based on subjective perspective and current events. It is challenging to build and relevant at all times. Trust is a choice on the part of the truster. It is integral to the fabric of business strategy and company culture, driven by competence and action, as well as intent. It is understandable and actionable within contexts and dimensions such as physical, emotional, digital, and financial, necessary to all stakeholders, not just for workers, customers, and other ecosystem relationships, but extending to regulators, communities, and societies as well. What trust is not? Trust is not static, constant, unidirectional, monolithic, that is based on objective perspective and rules. Trust is not easily obtained or relevant only in times of crisis. Trust is not compliant with rules. Trust is not only relevant to the external image and reputation and driven only by intent. Trust is not ethereal or indefinable, and also trust is not necessary only for shareholders. This quote by Peter Drucker will help you to reflect what trust in teams look like. The leaders who work most effectively, it seems to me, never say I. And that's not because they have trained themselves not to say I. They don't think I, they think we, they think team. They understand their job to be to make the team function. They accept responsibility and don't sidestep it, but we get the credit. This is what creates trust, what enables you to get the task done. Let's have a look at the Lencioni pyramid, which shows 5 layers of behaviors differentiating between a cohesive team and a dysfunctional team. In a cohesive team, there is trust. There may be conflicts, but then they know how to manage the conflicts. A cohesive team is committed. They are accountable for their own doings, and also they are result oriented. While a dysfunctional team, there is absence of trust. They fear conflict because they will not be able to manage those conflicts. There is a lack of commitment, and also they avoid accountability. Additionally, they are not result oriented. First of all, let us first understand what is meant by your sphere of influence. Your sphere of influence is just a group of people you know personally. No matter who you are or where you are from, if you have ever interacted with another human being, you have a sphere of influence. Thus, you should know how to build trust within your sphere of influence, and if you use it rightly, you can rapidly accelerate your project implementation and achieve the desired outcome. As you can see from the picture, there is you and the NLE Leadership Program. However, you should note that you have so many stakeholders around that you will be seeking collaboration and you will be networking with people to have their collaboration. So this is your sphere of influence that you need to use rightly. Thank you very much for your attention.